Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so let's see what we have coming on in. What we got? Oh Lord. Number 13, Death and Rebirth. The Death card, 9 of Cups in reverse. 9 of Swords. Then we've got haters who could have tried to do everything they could to get you mad and angry. They are now laughing about it. But we have the Most High here. And then we have the Truth here. Oh no, so what I'm getting, guys, is these haters who've been lying, doing everything they can to get you mad and angry and laughing about it. She's smiling there. Trying to do like death spells and could be quite potentially trying to end your life or multiple people's lives, the wrong person's life. They know they're guilty of something with the 9 of Swords. And with the 9 of Cups in reverse, they could be these haters who's done everything they can to get you angry, create malicious lies and rumours, and now having nightmares. They're having nightmares about their own death, about them dying, okay? Because they know that the Most High knows the truth. They know the Most High knows the truth. So it could have been a lot of mind games, alright? I'm getting like false prophets, false readers, okay? Fake ass bitches here. So I'm getting the masculine and feminine. Who have created some sort of malicious lies, rumours. On the bottom of this deck here, what's this 5 of Wands in reverse, 222. They was competing. Fake people was competing. Haters competing against a masculine or a feminine and quite possibly multiple people. Could have told a lot of lies, rumours, fake ass bitches. Coming on in with a fake apology, and we have a bugaboo, maybe even a side piece. Joined on in. You could have kicked this false fake ass side piece to the curb, and now I'm getting that they're having nightmares surrounding their own death. Surrounding their own death. Wow. They could have sent a side piece, a bugaboo, in to try and end a divine masculine, divine feminine, which is concerning. 9 of Wands, playing games. The Moon card in reverse, and 8 of Cups could have walked away because the 5 of Swords, they was burning brain out. They was pecking to help these enemies, these haters, make you pop on off and explode. And now they're having nightmares surrounding their own death, surrounding a bugaboo and helping a group of enemies, a group of haters, get you mad and angry deliberately. Someone who used to come on in and say, I'm really sorry, take me back, or I'm really sorry, let's be friends again. Could have walked away, tie your cruise them. Getting surrounding this energy, some people want you back, but it's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. Kick to the curb, envy, and they are now falling apart. Queen of Swords could have stood in your power. Okay, could have realised that there was nothing but a hater. Nothing but a hater. And they preferred the fake, false, fraudulent people. They preferred fake ass bitches, is what I'm getting. They preferred meeting on up with like third parties, other people, and deliberately doing everything they can to get you mad. Look, angry, 5 of Swords, and they found it funny. Nothing but a nightmare, 3 of Swords. They're now they're heartbroken. They are now heartbroken because there's an ending to this player, and something's being revealed with the Moon card in reverse about a connection to the divine. And I'm getting that some people are really seeing the truth now, and they feel really guilty. Some of them feel guilty. Some of them are overwhelmed with sadness. Some people are actually seeing things for what it really is. That there's a lot of jealous, envious haters. Right, yeah. But they wanted to come on in and play games. A lot of mind games with the 5 of Swords. Swords speaks about like mental, okay? Mental conflicts. 9 of Cups in reverse. A lot of nightmares. Somebody's guilty, someone's overwhelmed with guilt, and they're in heartbreak. They're falling to pieces. It's linking to an ex. Yeah. Linking to an ex who could have came in, alright, but there was nothing but a fake, a fraud, with this fake apology, doing everything they could to get you mad and angry. Watch shit go down, enjoying the gossip. They was loving it. It's not funny. This isn't funny, right? But I've got running away. Right, yeah. So they could have done everything they can to make a masculine or feminine kick on off. Alright? Masculine or feminine could have tried multiple times to leave this relationship because they was unhappy with this love story, because they loved the drama, they loved the gossip, they loved to get in and amongst drama and gossip, start an argument, okay, start pecking with the 5 of Swords, giving headache, nothing but a nightmare of a partner. They could have wanted to see you fall apart and fall into pieces, and they could have wanted to come on in to break your heart. But it was the wrong way around. They thought that they was a player. Haters, helping envious people, helping false people, fake friends, cause arguments, and they was flitting. We got run away. Flitting between a lot of people. Okay? People like, I love ya. 10 of Pentacles, even family. Okay? 5 of Cups. Lost. Oh. They lost. They lost a lot. 10 of Pentacles, they could have been all about the money. Okay? They could have come on in and been all about the money and materialistic things. And enjoying gossip with like haters, false people. And they was meeting on up with other people behind your back. But again, this is a collective reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody. So take what resonates and leave the rest. But for some, this is going to resonate from start to finish. They just came on in, peck, start an argument to help these haters. Yeah. So they was viewing as like their side pieces, their little hookups. Yeah. Could have been an old friend or even family members. and they was just doing it for a laugh. Make you pop on off, start an argument, make you mad and angry, and they run away and go, help me, help me, help me please. I've been riling them up and now they're getting mad and angry, help me. But it was deliberate. We got kicked to the curb. And they was meeting on up with other people. These haters, these false fake people meeting on up with third parties. I'm surprised the Three of Cups not come out. Meeting on up with old frenemies, maybe old family members, okay? Old frenemies who've been nothing but haters, who's always been fake and false, always been jealous, always been envious. And I'm getting, could be a masculine who just came on in on feminine. Feminine's playing games. But there's a lot of masculine and feminine energy, so it's definitely like a man meeting up with a woman, yeah, all wearing masks. She's got that there because she's a fake. He's a fake. They're all fake. They're all fake. They thrive off drama and malicious gossip. They thrive off it. Everything they could to start an argument. Secrets being revealed now. The Most High with the Hierophant and the Ace of Swords, they know the truth. And they're feeling guilty. Eight of Cups, Nine of Swords, Ace of Swords and Eight of Cups. They're feeling guilty now you've walked away. Could have run for the hills, tried to get away from this person, but I am getting that they was trying to help these haters get you mad and angry, okay? Because they're jealous and envious and false, and then every time this person who came in to get you mad and angry, they'd run off. I'm scared to kick it on off, help me, but they was playing games. They know they fucked on up and they could be under police investigation for something what they've done. Because, look, promiscuous. They was meeting on up with other people on the side, sleeps around a hot free-for-all, sleeps with your man. These haters was coming on in, I love ya, I love ya, I love ya. Jezebels, liars, haters, false, fakes, frauds. We've got 10 of Pentacles. They could have thought they was going to get a lot of money. 5 of Cups. Or maybe they've lost a love story. Maybe they've lost a love story, what could have been a love story, or maybe was a love story at one point. But they've lost a love story. They've lost the chance of some sort of generational wealth because they loved the gossip. They loved the rumours. They loved to chat shit, slide around, and I mean proper slide around. So these false fake people could be something to do with them taking some sort of generational wealth, and they wanted to come on in and play stupid games and just sit there munching, alright, eating, yeah, starting arguments with a 5 of Swords, getting masculine, feminine, angry, and then running them off, say, I'm scared. It just seems like a vicious cycle. And they really thought there was a player, and they was laughing, and there's something surrounding with a death card, Scorpio, maybe quite possibly even getting involved in a murder. This could be for some helping false fake people, helping these promiscuous women get away, toxic, game over. Sexual protection, I'm getting there was unprotected sex, quite possibly spreading STDs deliberately spreading STDs with these false fake people who are just riddled. And I mean riddled. They're spiritually poor, okay? They thought that they was going to gain something. Maybe they did. Maybe they did get some money, okay? Maybe they did. 15-15. Got some money. Some sort of money. And helping someone compete with the 5 of Wands in reverse, 7 of Pentacles. They was investing in helping someone compete. No way. They was helping one of these promiscuous women, promiscuous toxic women, who's always been a hater, a fake, a false, a fraud. But I'm getting this multiple hooking up, multiple meeting on up. We've got Tower, in order to cause a Tower moment. Could have seen through that. Could be something to do with family and sudden wealth. And masculine could have wanted to become a wealthy man. The working behind the scenes, messaging concerning messages, very concerning messages. It could be even surrounding a murder plot with family, linking to family, surrounding some sudden wealth, some generational wealth, and they wanted to get on in, toil and labour, messages of concern surrounding a murder plot also. Oh no. Oh, some sort of murder plot. Police investigating. Wow. But they was doing everything they could to make this person angry. Everything fell to pieces because they was being a snake, and there's some really concerning messages of what's been going on down. Very concerning. Sad news in reverse. They weren't feeling sad or bad about it, but they could be getting found guilty for a murder. Sad news in reverse there. 5 of Cups. Getting a lot of money. Court person. No way. Somebody could be getting a lot of money back if this is linking to stolen money, and they've been trying to do some sort of a murder plot a long way. Look, it's been a long journey. His force. And we've got a change in reverse. Success enough. They didn't want success in like this relationship. That what they wanted, they was coming on in to help with a murder plot, is what I'm getting, surrounding sudden wealth. And there's some very concerning messages, what's going to end up getting a lot of people locked up in prison. Okay, this feminine I'm getting is going to end up being a rich girl. We've got grief and adversity. We've got receiving a gift in reverse. They thought that they was going to be a rich, good gentleman or something. Something surrounding marriage. Could be an ex-military. Main person. His thoughts to go on in, okay, deliberately rile someone up who could have already had some sort of wealth stolen from them, from family. With this family room, okay, and they was working behind the scenes, message of concern. There's very concerning messages what police have been gathering surrounding toxic haters, toxic family members, alright, promiscuous hoes, or sleep with anyone. Put the Jezebels on there, put the incubus and succubus on there. There's some sort of a murder plot being exposed. Maybe they knew feminine had been stolen from with some sort of wealth by family. Okay? And they came in to join in with the games as some undercover police officers could have found in some messages, because they was working behind the scenes, enjoying the gossip, laughing about it and helping because they wanted some money. What they've done is heartbreaking, and I'm getting this masculine wanted to carry it on. A change in reverse because they didn't want to make a change. They didn't want to see a good change. They wanted to carry on some malicious work, which is going to get a lot of people locked up in prison. They've got grief and adversity. They're going to be in grief because they're going to prison for some sort of murder plot. And a feminine is going to become a rich gal because if they have took this generational wealth, this sudden wealth, and this masculine came on in to help family, they're going to lose everything and get locked up for murder because there's some very, very concerning messages. Very concerning messages. And I mean extremely concerning messages going on down between this group, this family, this toxic family, and fake ass bitchy friends who are nothing but promiscuous haters who has always been envious and jealous. It's game over for them because there's been messages, what's been gathered and collected. We've got, this seems to be a good judge here, okay, who is going to make this feminine rich because she should probably already be rich by now. But then she's going to be even more rich because of what she's been going through, and they could have tried to end this feminine. Some sort of nightmares surrounding a murder plot. Oh my Lord. They're going to get locked up. We've got gloomy thoughts in reverse and sad news in reverse. They wasn't even sad surrounding a murder plot. They was happy to join on in with these promiscuous side pieces, deliberately rile a feminine up to get them angry, and then they run on off, go, I'm scared, all while behind the scenes with this moon card in reverse, these game players was planning on breaking this feminine's heart with a murder plot. Nightmares. And they could be having nightmares about them dying in prison now because of this murder plot, what's been exposed. Wow. A murder plot which has been exposed by these fake ass, they've got entity attachments, computer hacker, reporting you for speaking out, brainwashing, blackmail, grooming, beds. He was just all about the beds and helping these promiscuous haters who've been out but jealous and envious, keep starting arguments. Power struggle. Yeah. He was just helping fake ass bitches because he's got an entity attachment, and he, along with these fake ass bitches, are going to end up going to prison for life. Some of these are desperate to get a pic with a celebrity. No way. Could have done it because he was desperate to get a pic with a celebrity. Stalking and spying. No way. Compulsive liar. Very codependent. Imagine a bottle of Coke. Shaking a bottle of Coke. Like with the lid just popping on off. That's all he was doing. Yeah. Deliberately. We got successful in business. because he didn't want to see this feminine be successful in business and gain some sort of sudden wealth back. He was helping like evil family members, toxic friends, all these haters join in on trauma. Look, we've got taking profits, money for someone else's work, something to do with stolen work, tell of your gifts. And there could be a revealing of them licking each other's ass, alright, trying to get some of this money under the table, taking money for someone else's work, getting on these vicious games, and now they're all going to get locked up in prison, and quite possibly for life, not just for the robbery, but I'm getting quite possibly an attempted murder. They're going to get found guilty for a murder plot. Because they just wanted to break this feminine's heart by murdering either her and child or children in order to break her for fun and games. And I'm getting that they wanted to do this as well to get a pic with a favourite celebrity. Because they thought, yeah, I'll get involved in these silly, very dangerous and low vibrational games. Alright, and distant horizons will all say she's ill. Because they're all about taking this money like a gift of money. I'll go court and date her. Oh, I love her. Look, then we've got a child, and then we've got coffin, and then we've got imprisonment for life. Life in prison for a murder plot of a child. In order to break divine feminine's heart, child murder plot. Someone's going to get put in prison for continuing some sick, sinister games surrounding some maybe stolen money, sudden wealth, taking profits, money for someone else's work. And this masculine has been messaging, and the messages was very concerning because he was down. He was down for a murder plot against the child to help these promiscuous hoes who was nothing but envious, jealous, toxic, and he was just coming on in, meeting with other feminines on the side, okay, who's always been toxic, envious, haters who will sleep with anybody. So he got in on some mind games, okay, got in on stealing, taking profits, money for someone else's work, and then there's a child murder plot here. I'll go along with it. Stress her out, yeah. Call her a nutter because they wanted to get a gift of this great fortune, some of it. I'll go court and date her, and then we've got family, distant horizons, they're getting life in prison. Family room, sudden wealth, they thought, distant horizons, that they'd get involved and they're all going to prison for life, these fake false people, for a murder plot on a child, on this divine feminine's child. We've got the Ace of Swords. She's speaking the truth about a murder plot and a child murder plot. And they just wanted money to get involved. But there's some concerning messages what I'm picking up on. But where he, along with promiscuous hoes, who's always been haters, who's always been toxic, who's always been envious, alright? Rile her up, get her angry. She could have also been having nightmares surrounding the death of a child who they keep trying to murder. And they want to just say, oh, she's struggling with mental health. While this feminine's struggling with heartbreak surrounding a child or children. And they was planning a murder plot against the child. as a get back of some stealing some sudden wealth, great fortune, sudden wealth, Ten of Pentacles, generational wealth. And he got involved. Because he wanted a gift of this money to carry some stupid, sinister games on with these toxic snakes, promiscuous women who's always been jealous and envious. Oh my God. These false, fake people are going to get life in prison. So if anyone's had some money stolen from them, yeah, and they've been speaking out that they're trying to end a feminine and child or children and everyone keeps playing games, I'm getting that there's enough evidence on this. I'm hoping child's safe. Oh, Jesus Christ, please protect the children. Please protect the children. Child medicine plot's been exposed. But feminine could have mentioned about family taking money, and he just wanted to get on in, yeah, and slide around to these toxic, fake-ass bitches, yeah, get feminine angry deliberately, then go on and off to these side pieces, chat shit, yeah, lie, court or date. They wanted a piece of this great fortune. Instead of helping, he wanted to get involved in a murder plot on a child. No way. There's a lot of fake-ass people, yeah, who's going to get in prison for life. Not just for stealing this money, but how far they're willing to go to keep hold of some sort of money. And I'm getting they was willing to try and murder a child. I hope this child's alright. Please say this child is alright. Because we've got 9 of Cups. They're going to get found guilty. They're going to get found guilty. They could be having nightmares about them dying in prison. Because, well, anyone who tries to, you know, like in prison, usually, yeah, a lot of the time, child murderers, they get battered to death in prison. A lot of the time, child murderers get battered to death in prison. It is something surrounding a murder plot, and I'm getting that the police have gathered enough evidence what's very concerning. And this masculine just came on in, instead of helping feminine, surrounding some sort of stolen money, and giving feminine love, all he did was rile feminine up to help these jealous, envious, toxic bitches who's always been haters, nothing but a promiscuous bitch who sleeps around with anyone. And they was loving the gossip because all they wanted was women, other women, and to get in on the child murder plot. For a picture with a celebrity, with one of their favourite celebrities, desperate to get a pic with a celeb. So they was willing to get involved with a child murder. I hope this child's alright. I really hope this child's alright. I really, really hope this child's alright. I hope this child's safe, and I hope it's not actually happened. But I was feeling it. The more I tapped on in. Feminine is going to become a rich girl, alright? If feminines have child children take away, this feminine's going to get child children back, okay? Any money what's been stolen, any plots have been exposed, evidence has been gathered. This is just unbelievable. I really hope this child's alright. It's really worrying me. Oh, Jesus Christ, please say that this child's alright. But I was saying, this is sick. They really didn't care either. He just thought, yeah, I'll go in. Alright, he didn't want to change this feminine's world. didn't want to help this feminine or love this feminine or care for this feminine. He just wanted to slide on around, alright? And he wanted this feminine to be grieving child with this heartbreak card. They're going to get found guilty for a murder plot. He just wanted to break this feminine's heart to help family. Alright? To help family. 5 of Cups. Winning some stupid, sinister game. Oh, Lord Jesus Christ, please. Jesus Christ, please. Honestly. Because there's a lot of sick, twisted, snake, hater, toxic, jealous, envious energies. And a setup going down where they wanted to maybe label feminine as a bad person because these people are sick as fuck is what I'm picking up on. After harming child, there was a lot of work behind the scenes. Someone's going to get found guilty. Okay? Someone's seeing the truth surrounding plots, surrounding malicious toxic family, malicious toxic friends. If there's been any money stolen, they're going to lose everything. Then they're going to be heartbroken and they're going to be locked up in prison for life, right? And I'm getting that some of these people have kids themselves, so they're never going to be able to see the kids either. Because of these malicious games, what they've played, and the children is really not safe, alright? Lacking empathy, remorse for anything what they've done, taking profits, money for someone else's work, they're all going to go, this is stressing me out. This is really stressing me out. They wanted to take some sort of financial independence. 4 of Pentacles in reverse. They was holding money back or something, trying to maybe hold children back and do some sort of a murder plot, but there's something surrounding evidence. Look, we've got King of Cups here. 3 of Cups in reverse. Malicious gossip. King of Pentacles in reverse. We've got a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Masculine, premeditated murder. 3 of Cups in reverse, starting malicious gossip. King of Pentacles in reverse. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Malicious gossip. Helping with malicious gossip. Masculine energy. And then sliding on back to these haters, promiscuous women who's always been toxic and envious to try and deliberately rile feminine up. Okay? But I'm getting feminine kicked them to the curb. Bugaboo. Feminine kicked them to the curb. And they wanted to attempt to murder child, to have feminine as a get back, grieving for her child. Or children in a murder plot with some evidence gathered around this. Oh my Lord Jesus Christ Almighty, I really hope that the children are safe. I really hope the children are safe. It's all premeditated. A masculine just came on in and he was desperate to get a pic with a celeb. And he was just watching it go down and helping rile up for some money or maybe some drugs or something on the side. We've got grief and adversity. Feminine grieving. To help this mature woman who once appeared at a courthouse. We've got Coffin. And she was involved in a murder plot. So these false people are all going to get locked up for prison. And anyone who they've been caught in or dating on the side who's been involved, they're going to appear between to a real judge, a family, surrounding the child, working against messages with partners, okay? Because someone wanted to be a wealthy man and wanted a nice home and wanted side piece or whatever to become a privileged lady. Oh my God, so much despair surrounding a theft. She was involved also, and they was expecting to get away with it, but this is a murder plot, this. But even on children, which is so concerning, and I am getting that somebody's seeing something for what it actually is. I'm getting somebody seeing it for what it actually is. They're all about the money. They don't really care about the children. They're all about the bloody money. They was expecting to get away with it. Mature man, journey. Message of concern. They're off to court for life. Off to prison for life. Look. Oh, there's a lot of people going to prison for life. A lot of people going to prison for life. Oh, a lot of people's going to prison for life. Surrounding a murder plot. And a new masculine who came on into feminine's wealth, instead of giving feminine love and instead of giving feminine support, he turned against feminine and wanted to take profits, money for feminine's work, and he was desperate for a pick with a celeb and to get with these toxic side pieces. My Lord, it's game over. Police have all the evidence. They're going to try and run away. They're going to say, I'm really sorry, but sorry, especially if it's a murder plot on a child, yeah, because they got caught with manipulating. They was trying to be really cautious. They was trying to be really cautious and not get caught. But I'm getting quite possibly feminine was falling to pieces, okay? And he was just enjoying the gossip. I'm here to help, I love her. I'm trying to help her, but he wasn't. He was also in, knowing they fucked up, on meeting with side pieces, these jealous toxic women, to set up a child bloody murder. There's so much evidence. Oh my Lord. They tried to get rid of evidence, like burn evidence, and they're all about having sex with multiple partners. But even if they are about having sex with multiple partners, there's no need to try and murder a child, is there? Just to help these toxic, expecting in the beginning. We've got bank failure, promiscuous hoes, these haters. Their banks are being looked into. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. And if these have children themselves and they've been getting in on a murder plot, they're not going to be able to see their children. You do know that. The children are going to be put up for adoption. The children are going to go in foster care and be put up for adoption. Someone's going to get their kids back. Is what I'm getting. So if feminine has had her child or children wrongfully removed, yeah, and then there's been like some sort of a murder plot from these jealous, envious people, feminine has been constantly fighting. We've got recordings. They was trying to find some sort of evidence or get rid of some sort of evidence. Fake friends, look. No way. He's jealous. Doing drugs, putting on a show. They was doing it for drugs. They was doing it for taking profits for someone else's work. Could have deliberately make feminine explode because they got in on causing more drama, being nothing but a copycat. And then they wanted to shush. Got a check. Toxic. Bad choices. No way. No way. This is like a child murder plot, this is. actually manipulated way in, manipulation, lies, control. I love story. But then there was just going off to all these promiscuous women, these haters, who's been stealing profits for somebody else's work and deliberately getting feminine mad. We've got trash, treating her like trash, all about sex with multiple partners, these fake friends, and then getting in on a murder plot to help these family members, a King of Cups and a King of Pentacles, and these promiscuous women, all while they was treating this feminine like trash, trying to murder them and child or children. Oh my Lord. But I'm getting, while he was riling them up, oh look, no. Could have tried to end feminine to stop her from getting her own money back and child or children living in her own family. Someone's going to get found guilty for attempted murder of a child. This is really stressing me out. There's been so much manipulation, and maybe feminine tried to explain something surrounding family, taking a lot of money and trying to harm child. They didn't want to hear it because they wanted to help these toxic haters and fake friends because they just wanted to have sex. No way. With promiscuous women. Side pieces, bugaboos. They fucked the full thing up. Relationship for a check. For money. For a piece of this money what's been stolen because they wanted a picture of a celeb. Their banks is now going under investigation, and I really hope the child is safe. I really hope the children is safe, because this is really stressing me out now. It's bloody murder plot, man. I've got a rich good gentleman in reverse, successful in love in reverse. They didn't come in to make a change. A good change. They didn't come in to help. They only came in to hinder. And if feminine's got child or children back, or feminine could be getting children back, something to do with children wrongfully taken, they're going to go to prison. If there's been any money stolen, that's going to get brought back, and I'm getting, hopefully children are safe in this. And this family, they're going to prison. They're going to be crying in prison. They're going to be crying in prison. They're going to be crying in prison because this feminine is a rich, good lady, and they've got on in because they wanted to avoid court. A court case. Oh my God, so it was just all about the sex and the money and the drugs and stealing profits of someone else's work, and then desperate to get a picture with a favourite celebrity. And when that comes out in court, the judge, a decent judge, not a corrupt judge this time, is going to think you lot are absolutely vile and foul for what you've done. And there's going to be some sort of reunited, like, children coming back to mother, alright? Mother gaining back what they've stolen. We've got rich good gentleman in reverse. He was nothing but a fake or a fraud, alright? So was this lover, maybe a couple of lovers, getting involved, and then they was going round with side pieces. They're all going to go to prison for life. They're going to be crying their eyes out in prison. They're going to be crying their eyes out in prison because of this bank failure. They're going to be crying their eyes out in prison because this is too far. The things, the lengths people will go to get a picture with their favourite celebrity and taking profits someone else's way because they didn't want to see this feminine successful in business. Houses are getting raided because if it's all about drugs and trying to harm children over drugs and wanting stolen money to spend on drugs, they're getting raided. They're going to lose all the drugs. They're going to get arrested, and some of them are going to die in prison. Quite possibly attempted murder on child. This is stressing me out. Hold on. I really hope that the children are alright. All the children around the world. You know, look, bipolar could be significant. Nurse carer could be significant. Evil eye, because it was just all about the money. Jealous, envious, deeply sad. They're going to be in prison, wanting protection to cover up their corruption. They wanted protection to cover up the corruption. They thought they was getting some sort of protection because a lot of this was going down for so long. Hopefully they'll get a real life in prison. Yeah. Always stealing to feed addictions, lack of empathy, lack of remorse, destroying in feminine's business, very codependent, compulsive liar, helping people who's been stalking and spying. Now they're ashamed after what they've done. But I'm getting that's only because they've been caught and arrested for attempted murder. Oh no. But a child, this is really stressing me out. Oh no. So they're going to appear at court. Even a married couple's involved in this. Trying to murder a child. They're disgusting. He just wanted to be rich. So he came in and he wanted a scoop of this money. And now they're going to be spending life in prison. Any houses or homes, flats or whatever, they're losing everything. If they had children and they got involved in a child murder plot, they're not going to be able to see their kiddie again either. How the fuck? Unless it's by social services or their adopted parents through a glass screen, and then maybe adoptive parents are like, or, you know, other parents, if they weren't involved, they'd be like, nah, I'm not taking my kids into that environment. Stealing ideas, all about the beds. This masculine was all about the beds. Oh no. Just wanted money, chicks hanging off each arm. Look, we've got STDs, deliberately giving STDs out. Could have got in talking pure shit, poisoning food and stuff like that. And here we go. Kidnapped for material gains. Playing mind games. So there's a kidnap plotting. And then a masculine came on in after feminines had their children kidnapped, and instead of being nice, yeah, instead of being helping feminine, he just came to rile feminine up and rob more things after she's had her children kidnapped, after she's had all her work and everything stolen with money. Oh my Lord, Jesus Christ, because he just wanted to make out like he was good. A good man, but he wasn't. He was a liar. He was getting in a murder plot. He was coming on in saying he was going to keep a promise, I love you, but he got caught cheating with these envious women, these fake friends. Now they fucked up for life, yeah, because she was putting red lippy on, alright, getting all promiscuous, this toxic bitch. They was having sex, and then got check yourself game over. something to do with a cheque deposited for a certain amount or some drugs to try and get in on a murder plot. So they're going to be crying in prison. They're going to lose any money what's been stolen. They're going to be in their fields. Alright. Feminine to be expecting a new beginning. Maybe taking children who's been kidnapped and be moved with the children away from this sick town, who keep trying to end feminine and children, because I don't feel like it's safe in this town, because that many people has turned against feminine, family, friends, surrounding money, that this neighbourhood isn't safe anymore. Please tell me the children are alright, man. Please tell me the child is alright. 5555. She's fake. She's gonna lie. She's gonna prison for life. She's gonna lose absolutely everything for theft. She got in on theft. They just wanted money and then play stupid games, and then even go as far as murdering a child or children to cover up. So they're going to appear for a proper judge, alright, in the distant horizon sooner rather than later. And this feminine is going to be a privileged lady for all her hard work, and they get compensated for all the despair what these evil people have done. Wow. Oh, wow. Please tell me the kids are safe, man. Spreading around STDs. Deliberately. Deliberately coming on in to treat feminine like trash. Make fem explode. You could already know some of the tea about some burning evidence. You could be undercover investigator trying to stop this from happening. A murder plot of a child. Oh my God. We're going to prison. I swear. Like, and this is stressing me out as well, because like I've been through similar, and they keep trying to harm my kids, and then when you try and speak out, people just try and shut you up. Because all they care about is the drugs. All they care about is playing games. Getting a room, which is in prison. They're going to get a room in a prison for life. Oh my Lord. And they're really concerned. They're all in despair surrounding a theft and kidnapping, and it all coming to light. Somebody just wanted to be seen as a wealthy man, and they really didn't care, and they was expecting to get away with it with this older masculine energy, younger femme, because they wanted a gift of this sudden wow, but all they're getting is a gift of life in prison. Even if they did take some money, yeah, they're getting life in prison, found guilty for child abduction, kidnapping kids, taking money, okay, playing games, all them just slamming each other and getting involved in child attempted murder. Oh my Lord, so I hope kids are safe. I really do. Sending peace, love and light.